Welcome, everyone, to the WCGA podcast. We are a podcast straight out of a Discord server that comes out weekly-ish. And we're here to talk about Gunpla, Zoids, any kind of plastic addiction you might have. So on our panel today, we have Ian.
Hey, I'm Ian. You can find me at Cantus_Prime on Instagram.
And Silver.
Oh, we already have our first slip up of the day. That's fine. I'm Jess or Silver. You can find me pretty much anywhere at SilverFang053 or on my website, SilverFang053.weebly.com.
And I am Lang. Find me at Skyfire Riser on Instagram. I'm scattered throughout other socials, or you can just, find me at the local store when trying to grocery shop and yell at my kids as they're hiding in between the circle clothing things, because those are the best places to hide.
Mm-hmm.
They are.
So, yeah. This week, we have a missing guest. Dan made the pilgrimage to the Lone Star State. We wish him well, and we wish...
He's swimming with dolphins right now, isn't he?
That's true. He said he was going to go
turd.
swimming with the dolphins. Exactly. But he, if he comes back wearing like a bolo tie and a cowboy hat, I think it's going to be it'd be a sight to see for sure.
I'm going to swap his tennies for some cowboy
Danzer Dimmadale.
I don't know how much. There would be a lofty amount that I would pay. Speaking of, come see us on the live stream at the end of June, where I will make that one of the things if we get a certain amount of donations right there.
Oh, no.
That's what we should do. Yes.
There we go. There's your idea.
Yep. So this week, we will go back to see what we've gotten in our backlog. Ian, what'd you snag this week?
Oh, I think Sugar Mama. Yep, Sugar Mama delivered again. I've got a
Nice.
Zoids double arms lizard. It's a
Everybody
combination.
was building
lizards.
Zoids last week. I'm so
Oh, yeah.
Still
I'll
not
show
everyone
mine in a
was. We
minute.
had a
so good.
our Monday night stream last week. Pretty much everybody was building the Zoid.
I'm infecting everyone. It's wonderful.
Yep.
There's
It's
so much
terminal
fun.
now. So yeah, double arms lizard. It's made with two special color variants of the Zoids blocks. What are these guys called? Yeah, Leo Blaze and
Uninlagia.
Uninlagia.
That's a weird one.
Basically a
Lizard
lion
type.
and a T-Rex to make this little lizard guy. To my
Nice.
surprise, because I can't read what's on the box, this package came with the VHS tape, all shrink wrapped and sealed.
I was blown away.
Was it in there?
It's in there.
Yeah.
And it's sealed.
Oh my gosh.
So
It's
I've got
like
a gift for
shrink-wrapped.
Silver later.
Yeah.
Take a look at a VHS tape. I also grabbed from Surgia. I got the what is this? Nuke Matrix, Cyber Forest, Fantasy Girl, Fox,
That's a
Long Range
mouthful.
Striker Unit, aka Vivian Heya. That's her name.
Is that a grave arms on her back? That looks like a
It
grave
looks
arms.
like it. Good lord.
Yeah. Oh,
Whoop.
that was
Yeah.
that's my phone. Oopsie doopsie.
Not much for it. It's basically just it's an anime girl kit. She's armored up like a fox, sniper rifle, guns.
I
Very
love
cool.
that helmet.
That looks
My
like a
favorite
version
part is she's
two
got
of it.
parts you can swap out to make it look very prosthetic. It kind of reminds me of like Alita Battle Angel, or maybe
Yeah.
well,
The spine's
what's the other
also
word?
really
Like,
cool, that spine swap thing.
cyberpunky with prosthetics.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Well, actually, that's not it. I did get some Gashapons again. I relapsed real quickly. Local
A
Wajimaya
relapse is a
got the new.
relapse.
You relapsed after you relapsed because you went once and then you went immediately again afterwards.
Yeah. So Wajimaya got new Gashapon machines. I got the new sitting patiently
Cute.
Gundams. I
Oh,
got
what a
Strike.
cutie.
I also got the Baku
Sit, doggy, sit.
Sit Doggy Gundam, and then I also got a Dom.
Oh,
You need to put them like sitting in the corner of like your desk or something, like they're in trouble.
Yeah, I've
That's
got
like the pose it makes me think of. They're like sitting with their like knees to their chest and their hands on top.
yeah. As more come out, I'll definitely have a lineup on the desk. Oh, I also got a little Gashapon Haro.
very cute.
Looks like a little cream puff.
Yeah, to my surprise, it actually can split in half, and it stores all the extra limbs and even a display base inside of the Haro.
Oh, okay.
So you can display him like with the arms and legs extended.
Cute.
And
I
it's
thought
all
we were going to be scaring
self-contained.
a
It's very cool.
certain Haro enthusiast when you said split open.
Mm-hmm.
That's for Memorial Day stream. Stay tuned, everybody.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it for me this week.
Nice. Silver, do you want to talk about yours?
Sure. Well, I kind of acted like Ian, and I was like Instacart for you guys. I picked up some goodies down this way. I live quite further south than these two, so I grabbed a 00 Sky and a space backpack for Ian,
Nice.
and I got like that. I don't know its name, like a figure for you.
Build a figure. Marvel Legends Colossus Age of Apocalypse. There's another mouthful.
Oh my. Okay, so its name is Colossus. All right,
Yes.
gotcha. I completely spaced it. I was like, "What? What is that?" But as far as like Zoid stuff goes, I have a box coming soon. That has a Kotobukiya Iron Kong PK. It's a very, very big monkey. I also have a couple Genesis kits coming. Zoid's Genesis kits, the Rainbow Jerk and the Landstag Break.
Okay, you guys keep saying Rainbow Jerk. What is the Rainbow Jerk?
So I think so in the Zoids world, there's some very unfortunate translations when it comes to the names that go on boxes.
I think they're fantastic, personally.
Yeah. So Rainbow Jerk, I think like the jerk is like a weird translation for actually like peacock in like I think the Japanese word for peacock translates something that sounds like jerk. So they say rainbow jerk. I have no idea, but it's a peacock Zoid. And if you like lift up its tail, the feathers like spread out. It's really like a really cool gimmick. If you have the tail down, they all kind of like shook together, and then if you lift them up, they all like fan out. So
shook.
Yep.
Shook.
It's a good description.
That's a fantastic one. They shook. That's the
but
sound.
I also grabbed. I build all kinds of stuff. Like Zoids is my focus, but I build all kinds of things now. I got some of the 30 Minutes Fantasy stuff. I got some armor kits for the Liber Fighter. With the Roseanne Warrior and Liber Warrior sets. And you guys were talking on the podcast about 30-minute fantasy last time, and I've been doing some digging, and I understand all the 30-minute stuff now. So, there's a lot of stuff to the 30-minute stuff, but I'm really hyped to play dress up with mannequins, I guess.
Yeah, there we go.
They're really cool. The 30-minute mission stuff.
I bit the fantasy bullet, and I have a package on the way.
Ooh,
excellent.
Nice.
I think I got the Roseanne Viking and the Viking add-on.
You were talking about you wanted like a Berserker like one. Yeah.
Ish, yeah.
You'll be happy with that one.
Bandai, make a druid. Give me a druid like bear cape, please.
I hope
and,
that's
like,
what's
metal.
coming after. Like they have like the assassin coming. They have the wizard and the sorcerer's coming. Yeah. They just released the archers. They need some druids now.
Mm-hmm.
With little mechanical animals. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Ooh, and maybe like a rogue or a thief would be really cool.
That's kind of like
the assassin might fit.
I want to see it with like a fancy hat.
A fancy hat.
A fancy hat.
Necromancer,
rogue.
Like skull armor.
No, a bard.
There you go.
A bard. I want to see a bard.
Oh no!
With a guitar.
Bard.
Perfect. Get him a loot.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, and then
it's coming. You know it is.
for other little pickups, I also got some Hexagear stuff. I also build Hexagear. I got a couple of Governors, as well as the Voltrex Wraith and the Agna Rage. Agna Rage is like the one it's like a biggin. So I'm hyped to build that, but I feel like I need to work up to that one.
Nice.
And then on off chance, I actually picked up the number 57 Manhunter. I think it was actually shown last podcast, but for you listeners out there, it's like a snapping turtle that kind of stands on its hind legs. It looks very much like Mechanical Blastoise if you're into Pokemon at all, but it's also piloted by little turtle figures, and it comes with those, and it was like really cool, and I was like, oh, that's mine now.
I have seen that popping over all over my feed. Like everybody's really liking that build.
I like the mechanical heads. Like they have like a Sobek, and they have a I think it's called, it's not the Manhunter. It's like one that has like shark heads.
Yeah,
and you have, like,
Ripper.
Man Ripper.
Oh yeah.
Ripper, yeah.
I have like
that
Hammerhead, like swap out the heads are realistic though. So you have like realistic crocodile heads or realistic shark heads, but this one is like a mechanical turtle head.
There's a frog one too, isn't there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's a frog too.
Yeah.
Yep. There's frog, bear, which I think you could swap with a panda bear.
Oh yeah, there's a bear too.
I'm trying to think what other animals. They have dinosaur skull ones as well.
Yeah, the fossil one. That one's actually that's more mechanically looking, which is kind of more what I drift towards. But the fusion of bionic and organic is kind of cool.
Nice.
But and then lastly, I got my first girl pla. Is it called girl pla?
What is it? What is it?
I know Ian got me.
Yep.
It's just like dress up mechanical girls or whatever, but I got the attack girl Fenrir commander type. It's the white and gold one, and she's got like the big claws and the wolf helmet, and I was like, okay, that's on brand.
It looks really good. I'm getting more and more tempted. I do have I guess it's a girl pla. I have the captain for the Greed MS General.
Yeah.
But I've never stabbed the captain because I just wanted a giant shark and whale combo. But I think I might have to. Yeah.
But that one looked cool. I decided to give Girl Pla a try and see what that realm is before I do stuff like 30-minute Sisters or Megumi Device, those kinds of things. So, yeah.
That's not how it works. For me, this last week was my wedding anniversary. And my wife, for a present, she thought this would be fun. Thank you. She bought me Gunpla that she wanted, but she didn't want to build it.
Oh, so it was
you build it for me. So I got a Destiny Seed full burst or blast, extreme blast mode. So I got this right here. I have the top of the box because it's currently what I'm working on. So she wanted it because they're pretty wings. That's what she wanted.
Yeah.
So that's what she's
Did she just want it straight built, or do you want it customized for her?
So she wants it pretty straight. She also was just like, she saw the wings and she's like, that doesn't look as pretty as it does in the stock photos. I was like, oh, sweetie. Stock photos are deceiving. So I might tweak with the wings or do a backdrop or something like that.
Yeah.
But either way, she wants it with my other displays.
If I remember, I think the wings on those are like sheets of plastic.
Uh-huh.
Instead of like the high grade Destiny is more like molded clear plastic wings.
Let's see.
There's one that was coming out that maybe it was a girl play, Ian. Remember we were looking at it and it had those really pretty like prismatic looking wings.
Yeah.
They were molded
These
in.
are
Those
pretty
were
prismatic.
cool.
These are them.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are sick though.
So yeah, with the light it's making him look sick. If it's just in a room light, this doesn't look as great. This does look great in this light. Fantastic.
You're gonna have to like make a little base that has lights that point up to them.
But then you have the high grade with actual molded plastic.
Yeah. That's not as fun.
So
that needs a
Yeah. Gosh, yeah. The unfortunate thing about box art is it's like a microwave dinner.
yeah. Yeah, we'll get to box
That's
art.
very kicked off.
Product photos, yeah. Very deceiving.
Let me
another cool thing with that kit, Lang, is a lot of the frame is like painted silver. or it's almost
Ah.
chrome.
Yeah.
So maybe
it's
if you
a really
hit the whole
cool
kit,
like metal halo.
hit the whole kit with like a gloss coat or something, kind of shine it up with the rest of it.
Yeah, if we can find gloss coats anywhere. Actually, you got some for me.
No,
So
I
we'll go
got
with
you
that
matte.
next.
That's all I could find too. I wanted to find some more
No,
gloss
you got
coat,
the
and I could
matte
only
and the
just
clear.
find matte.
I'm gonna have to convert you guys to Vallejo. Vallejo.
Good luck. So the other stuff that I got real quick, I'm on a bit of a Macross binge a little bit. I got a battle pod right here.
Leggy
Tactical
boy.
Yeah.
leg boy. I also got an ostrich, which is this boy. Bam. It's like the VF1.
That doesn't look like an ostrich.
It's like an unarmed, VT1 ostrich is what it's called. Very nice. And then one that I had my eye on ever since Southern California last year, when Dancer and I were done in Southern California. I didn't pick it up then, but I finally got it. It's the MG. I'm gonna go like this. MG Impulse. I
That's
got
a pretty
it.
box.
Jelly.
It's a really cool setup. It's this one and the Lindworm that are kind of similar, but I just had to get it. And then with Sugar Mama's 20% off sale, I bit the bullet. Real quick, sentimental, whatever. This is for everybody in our Discord and all of our friends. I had been, and you guys are going to say, what the heck are you doing? You're out of the job. Well, don't worry about it. I was out of the job for the last month, and yes, I've been splurging. That's probably how I've been compensating for time.
Coping.
But I also, yes, coping. That's a good way to phrase it. But this last week, I got my job that I had to go through 6 interviews for. So thank you for everyone for being patient and so supportive. And in order to celebrate a little bit, I got to move my camera. The Masterpiece Skyfire. That it is chunky.
It is a chunk.
It's a chunk. It's a little weird.
It's a flying brick.
Little bit, but it's extremely cartoon accurate. I have the Fans Toys Phoenix, which is a lot better in my opinion, but it's so funny. It's so weird, it's proper. I really like it. I've already pulled it out of the box and tinkered with it and everything, so it was a lot of fun. So that's what I got this week.
And congratulations on the job.
Thank you. It's going to be a lot of traveling, so get ready. I'm going to come visit you.
Oh, no. He knows where I live, too. This is upsetting.
Yep. I'm going to be covering... I have to travel to a number of states, so if you're anyone that's in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Nevada, I get to come visit you. So hit me up. We'll come build. Next up on stuff that we've been working on, for me, I have 2 things that I'll show real quick if I can reach them. As Silver was mentioning about this last week.
Hey!
What the what? What? We have an
What the heck is going on here?
Get him out! Wait, you're not supposed. We don't allow Texans here.
I'm in SeaWorld. I just thought I'd come in here and bomb you guys really quick.
Who is this guy?
Hello from Texas.
We miss you.
Goodbye. Hope you guys have a good one.
Go say hi to the mime.
He sounds like he's having a great time.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, that are just listening, what the heck just happened? Danzer just jumped in the stream. He just broke in.
Yeah, that's
and
what
took over
happens
from
when
Texas.
he's got the link, man.
Yep.
I thought I had all the keys to the car. I guess not. He had a copy made.
He pushed the alarm button on you.
Yeah, he did. So real quick, this is my completed and working on. I finished my war deck. I worked on it this last week, and I'm still working on it.
Yep.
War deck.
Remember what I said about the unfortunate Zoid naming? This one, unfortunately, got that kind of treatment.
I still don't know why it's not called a coelacanth. It's a coelacanth.
It is a coelacanth type, yeah. Look at him.
I haven't put him in water yet, just because I'm like, we haven't had bath time.
You haven't taken a bath since you've built it? Like, hold up.
Why do you say it like that? That's not a bad thing. I already did my monthly bath. We're
But
good.
okay, he got his. He's like a chinchilla. He takes a dust bath.
That's right.
Oh
Other
my
stuff that
God.
I'm working on, I literally started snapping that Destiny. It's just like Ian was saying about the weird inner frame pieces. They're plated, so it's a little frustrating, but it's kind of interesting doing a master grade that's a little older. I haven't done that yet. Other stuff I've been working on, I finished a Trans Am Arios HG, and now I have the regular, the clear, and the Trans Am, and I'm hoping to do a combination of all three to where I'll be kit bashing quite a bit, so it's like it's changing into a Trans Am on one kit. That's my
Oh.
hope.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope. I have ideas. I have thoughts, and it's going to be a lot of dremeling, a lot of gluing, and a lot of sanding, and a lot of combinations. So
that would start from the GN drive in the chest.
but you don't see it on the chest on the Ario, so I'm gonna get crazy.
Okay,
I'm gonna get a little
crazy.
is this one of your first kit bashes, or?
With this kind of idea where I literally so in an effect, I'm gonna try and do. This is I'm gonna go into the weeds. One of my inspirations was Ian probably knows him, Frenzy Rumble from the Transformer customizing world. He did a masterpiece Skywarp that there's a clear version and a regular version, and he literally cut pieces so it looks like he's cloaking or decloaking on the same one. So this is going to be kind of the same effect that the transition, for example, like in the hand, if you just cut the hand in half, put half Trans Am, half regular, it looks like it's transitioning into Trans Am. So it's going to be a lot of pieces. It's going to be a lot of thoughts and itty bitty pieces, and I'm probably going to frustrate myself, but that's what I want to do for Jamboree. Actually, that's my hope. So,
But it'll be really rewarding when you get to see it done.
I hope.
I'll
My
cross
biggest,
my toes.
my biggest thought right now is how to do top coats. If I'm going to do different top coats on it, like go from a matte regular to a gloss Trans Am, that's going to be
Ooh.
yeah. So hurdles, that's my thought process right now. What's everyone else working on? Silver?
I am currently working on I've been on a RMZ Zoid kick. I just got the Blade Liger finished, and I'm working on the Genosaur now. I've really been enjoying the RMZ line of Zoids that have just come out. The posability is really, really nice. Lots of fun gimmicks.
What does RMZ stand for?
RMZ stands for Realize Model Zoid.
So it's more of a model, not a toy mechanism thing, right? Is that what makes it RMZ?
Yes, in a way. So the high-end master
Okay.
models that are made by Kotobukiya, those ones are very articulated, very complicated. A lot of pieces are made the way that they are for the sake of actually having a complex kit to put together. The RMZ line is instead a 1/100th scale, so it matches your master grades, and it's much more simple. Every piece that I've put onto each model, the Blade Liger and the Geno both, they both feel very deliberate in their choices for pieces, so you don't have pieces just for the sake of complexity.
Yay!
So they're a little bit more simple. I got probably in 3 hours a good 60% of the way through the Genosaur. And I take my time and I act like I'm preparing to paint it because I usually do. So I've been taking my time with it, and I'm about 3 hours deep, and I've got a little noodle. I've got the head, the torso, waist, and tail finished. Next week, I build these guys on my stream. Next week, I'm going to build up the weapon pack, arms, and legs, and then it'll be done.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm really enjoying the RMZ line. The Blade Liger, like the tolerances are really, really tight for the PC parts, but I'm liking the build regardless. I was crossing my fingers so hard for this new line. It's a brand new line that just got released this year or late last year. So I am so glad that it's successful and they're still producing kits for it and they're coming out with more and I
Yeah.
love it. I love it so much. And then to give complete whiplash, I'm giving thought to releasing one of my. I'm also a military builder. I'll build anything. I have a P-61 Black Widow that has been in Tupperware jail for probably probably like close to 4 or 5 months now. I started masking off the canopy and trying to get parts ready for paint, and I just couldn't take it anymore, and I put it in Tupperware jail. But I do need to finish it. I think for next week, we're going to be hanging with another local club that specializes in military stuff, so I'm thinking about grabbing that and starting to tinker again. Get the wheels turning for military, because I've been doing a lot of mecha stuff lately.
Nice.
Very
So,
cool.
palette cleanser.
Ian?
I'm going to speak from Silver's future. I've actually completed the RMZ Genosaur.
Ooh.
Look at him!
So she's very right.
Very
Tight
cool.
tolerances. The construction is pretty simple compared to a high-end master model. Everything pretty much serves its purpose, and there's no intricate fanciness to building this thing. The inside is basically picture if you have before an older master grade where the inner frame is maybe a couple pieces pinched together over polycap, and then you put armor on top of that. Versus, I guess you can compare an HMM Zoid to a PG, where the frame is comprised of a ton of parts before you even get the armor on. So this was a very fun build. Highly recommend RMZ.
They're rock solid when they're done. Like,
Yeah.
I took my blade liger and I just shook it.
Yeah.
Because like you wouldn't dare do that to a HMM. It would just fall all apart on you, or pieces would fly off. But these guys are very solid. I would almost say you could hand them to a child, but they are, I think, 15 and up or something.
Challenge accepted.
No, this can draw
My boys
blood.
will touch
I
them.
guarantee you, his little fingers
the
will draw
pointy
blood.
claws.
These things are super, super sharp.
Yeah, maybe not Gino, but Blade Liger is a little less pointy.
Yeah. So no, I fully enjoyed this. Highly recommend it,
Very cool.
and I can't wait to get more.
And they're shelf savers too. Since they're 1/100th, you don't have to worry about having something gigantic on your shelf.
Yeah.
Very cool. Going on from what we got and what we're working on, let's look into the future of what's coming out. Ian, do you have some Zoid stuff, or not Zoid, wow. New
do.
stuff, because I think you're going to have some backup today from Silver on some of the new stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thankfully we do. So we had the Shizuoka Hobby Show news last week. I hope you all survived that. So this is a lighter
That was
news
a
week.
lot.
That was a lot.
We have a lighter news week. So this week we have the reveal of the G-Quux high grade Gian. This is Xavier's custom that appeared in the most recent episode of G-Quux.
It's got
Spoiler
a
alert.
shield and a lance.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
this is just a new futuristic redesign of the Gian. Has a much different lance and shield. It's kind of prototypey looking.
Was the Gian in the original series?
Yes.
Okay.
And for our listeners, is this actually like those are the final? Are those the final colors, or is that the prototyping?
These are the final. Well, these are the final colors of the model.
Oh, it's white and gray then. Okay, cool.
I don't know what the story is of the Gian currently in the G-Quux universe, but since the Gelgoog in this universe turned out to look like a gym because of the change how the timeline goes, I'm surprised the Gian looks so much like the original Gian. Let's see. So we got this big, freaking huge lance. and
Lance with balls.
Lance with balls and thrusters. I'm surprised. It's taller than the model kit itself.
I wonder if like the balls are like veneers that you can't see, like the maces that we saw.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it
really
didn't do
like that.
much in the episode that it appeared in. Kind of stood there. It also comes with some beam sabers. So the beam sabers look a lot more like the original Gian's lance. The original Gian never had this gigantic rocket lance. It just had like a beam saber type lance or a fencing sword.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of the photos that I have show this, but basically these little parts here that go all around the shield, those apparently swing open and reveal either guns or bombs. Because the original Gian shield was full of micro missiles and also deployable mines.
Am I crazy?
So that'll
Was
have
there
a feature where that opens up.
Was there a new Gian version on the new Seed movie too? Am I crazy?
Yeah, there is. Gian's gotten
Okay.
surprisingly a lot of love recently.
Okay.
So it comes with two beam sabers, and I just realized now that right here on the hip is the stored beam saber. Let me go to the next photo here, and they're gone.
I like that.
So you can store the beam saber hilts onto the hip. And this, honestly, this gold here and the white kind of reminds me of the like Stargazer.
Yep, I was gonna say that really does it for me. I really hope it's part separated. That would be awesome, but it's highly doubtful.
Yeah, we'll see. This
Unless
kit's
it's just
due
a
out in
clear
July,
piece.
so we'll learn then. And I love the new like frog mouth helmet.
Yeah, that helmet looks really interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Very
it.
cool.
And thankfully for
Very
this
knightly.
giant lance, we're going to be given a small display arm to help prop that up.
Oh, that was really fun.
That's it for Gundam news.
That's it.
That's it. We're burnt
Shizuka
out
really
and
wiped us
recovering
out.
from last week. Yeah.
Yeah. We had a lot of Zoids news last week too. The hobby show. If you are a Zoids fan, you are eating well. If I could just hop right into my news, then
Please do. Please do.
we'll have a
news
little
and
bit
then...
of Zoids news.
Yeah.
I will not take the hour and a half it took me to describe this on stream. Trust me. Let me see if I can actually figure out our presentation thing here.
It's pretty simple.
Whoa. Let me try.
I'll start dancing. Na na na. Na na na. Distraction dance for Silver as she figures out the share button.
I know. Archaic.
I guess
There we go.
Okay. Good.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked.
Popper.
Yay! Popper! So, for Zoids news, if you are a fan of the Command Wolf in any aspect, you are eating well. We got literally 3 Command Wolves pretty much announced or released within the same month span.
Okay, I gotta chime in real quick because I was a newbie to Zoids. How come like the mascot is the Liger?
Yeah,
from
poster child.
Yeah. How come everybody wants the wolf? Like I'm blown away, and I'm happy that you guys are getting more wolves, but everybody wants the wolves, the Koenigs. Everybody
likes wolves, Lang.
I get it. I like orangutans.
I really enjoyed this silhouette a lot. Yeah. But Liger Zero is the poster child for like a lot of Zoid stuff, along with Blade Liger, who kind of was one that started it all. But right after that, I mean, like you have Irvine, who was a really prolific pilot in that series. So you had like a lot of people fans of Irvine.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like it's just wolves. Like if you give people a choice, they just like wolves.
Crazy.
But if you're a Zoids fan and you like Command Wolf, you're eating good. We got I think the prototypes were shown at the hobby show of the AZ-11 Command Wolf. We have 3 different lines of Command Wolf that are getting stuff. For Kotobukiya high-end master models, the 1/72 scale hyperposable mega awesome things. There was a repackaged re-release of the Command Wolf in LCAC with new artwork by Mercy Rabbit. So you get basically a box with a command wolf in it, and every gun configuration and attachment you could probably think of for the command wolf, so it's all inclusive. So you just need the one to be able to customize and make whatever you want. If you want the Brad, the Irvine, whatever, you got it.
Is the I can't remember what type. It's like a gun that has a couple plates that run down the side of it that's packaged with the American release of the blue one. Is that in there?
That's the AC, the attack custom gun.
Okay, so you're telling me I need to buy that and paint it blue. Okay.
Get yourself some metallic blue paint and go to town.
I want my blue dog.
And then in the RMZ line, which we'll get to later, I don't remember if I have a picture of it or not, but the RMZ 1/100 scale posable command wolf is also released as of, I think, late last month. People have already got it in their hands and building it, and there's such little cute puppers. I can't wait. The RMZ command wolf is actually one of my favorite silhouettes of all of the most recently released command wolves. And then we have the Advanced Z. If I call it the anniversary line, it's because it used to be the anniversary line and now it's Advanced Z. They renamed it so they could keep it going. But we have the AZ-11 Command Wolf, which is a really, really fun one. It is motorized. I don't think we've had a motorized Command Wolf since like way back when.
They're wind-up ones, the originals.
Yeah, there was one weird outlier that was like a big motorized one. But it was so rare, and I don't know how many were like actually in America. I think it's mainly a Japanese release. But this one is actually fully motorized, but it still keeps the gimmick from the old wind-up command wolves that we are familiar with in the classic stuff. It has a gimmick where the head, if it's upright, it will walk fast. It'll like be running and after its prey. If you lower the head, it actually changes the gear ratio and it makes the model walk slower, like it's in pursuit mode. If you remember the old classic ones, there's like a little gear that spins and it was really fun.
That's crazy. Hey, my model can gear shift, literally.
Yeah, throw that in the
insane.
manual.
I can't believe that. Cannot.
But yeah, we've got the AZ-11 Command Wolf, and then for the announcement for the AZ line, we also got the announcement that Geno Breaker is coming in summertime.
Sorry.
Torpedo car, if you're
our beloved
familiar with that joke at all. But yeah, we got the silhouette for AZ Geno Breaker, and we also saw AZ Geno Soarer, which was coming just before.
Okay. So
it was inevitable.
I need hand holding. I got the Tyranno Stern, which is very much like Stern Tyrant. Thank you. That's very much like the Geno Breaker, but I liked the setup on mine better. What's the difference between the one I got and this one? Not like the character, but the model type, like the AZ. Is mine an AZ or no?
No, yours is the high-end master model, Sturm, so that one is not motorized, but it's very articulated and very intensive in its build.
And this one is motorized?
Yeah, this one's motorized. It's a little bit simpler because it will be motorized. The Geno Soarer featured LEDs in the mouth.
Oh my gosh.
So I think that the Geno Breaker would have kind of the same thing. But basically, I mean, they're both Tyrannosaurus types. They're both bipeds with the big crusher claws and everything.
Yeah,
I honestly prefer the Sturm silhouette or Sturm silhouette and Berserk Fury silhouette over Geno's, but they're really fun.
If I remember right, do they shift forward, like back and forth, and snap and open and close when they do that?
Stop it. Stop it. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure the locomotion of this new one, but I know at least it's going to walk. And it's going to walk and probably tail flap and open and close the mouth with LEDs.
So you two both know, like, I spoil my boys quite a bit. Like yesterday we were having a lightsaber battle. It was so much fun. Just to keep him distracted, because my 7-year-old keeps looking up and like, Dad, when are we going to build that Tyrannosaurus Rex? I'm just like, oh, buddy. Like, because I know if I start building it 5 minutes later, like, are we done yet? It's like, no.
No, you haven't even built the ankle, buddy.
So if we get this, and it's motorized. Oh man.
AZ is like
It'll be
almost
simpler.
like a classic reboot in a way. AZ is a 1/72nd scale, but it's motorized, whereas everything else is usually posable and not having any kind of special gimmicks to it.
I'm so torn. I am so torn on which one I would prefer. Because after getting my war dick, like that was
The
so much
movement
stupid
is so
fun.
fun. Yeah,
Nah,
the movement is really fun.
but I love posability. I love like good sturdy articulation. I'm
I'd
gotta
say
get them both.
I would say for the fun of Zoids, get one that's motorized or wind up. But if you really, really like the look of the Zoid, then go for the higher end
Oh my gosh.
posable ones.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you were gonna say buy dupes, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do that.
Well, I mean,
No.
I'm
Don't make
duped
me buy
already.
dupes.
I've got 2 different scale Genosaurs.
Yep.
Oh my
You
gosh.
pre-ordered the AZ Geno, didn't you?
No, I haven't pre-ordered the AZ Geno.
He's gonna wait.
He
He's gonna
hesitated.
Wait,
He's
yeah.
really contemplated it though.
We'll
Oh,
see
but
that.
you have the repackage HMM one. That's the one you have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good old Eugene Toy and Hobby sale.
you get to put them side by side and say, "Don't talk to me or my son
Right.
ever again."
Oh no, is there an
Okay.
SD Genosaur?
No, they're the
Oh,
unless you
I'm
get a
safe.
Gashapon. You could get a Gashapon.
Shut up. Are there Zoids Gashapons and we didn't know? Shut up. Really?
I don't think they make them anymore. They're kind
No.
of expensive
Anymore?
and hard to
That's-
find.
That's
But
gonna
the
be a
Gashapon exists.
yeah.
They also come with the little play sets, the Hover Cargo Whale King and
Yeah.
Dragoon's Nest.
Lang,
they
you
come
need
with
to
little.
you need to hang out with us when we surf Bai for Zoids.
Oh, bad
Yeah.
word no. Bad word no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I talked Ian into some bad decisions last time.
Isn't Bai where you can do the Yahoo auctions too?
Yeah, it's the proxy site. Yep.
Yeah, Silver found a recent Grail Zoid for me. So in a couple episodes, we're gonna see something cool.
Mhm.
How good of a deal was it?
Under sub 100,
How much does it go for on regular eBay?
probably 200. I'm gonna guess
Oh,
Yeah.
because eBay's crazy.
It's a rare kit to find too. So we got really lucky.
oh my gosh. See, that's the
The sale of that particular kit did not do well in Japan, so not very many of them were produced.
See, that's how stupid I am. Because even if it's like good deals, I am so stupid. Those, man, for those of you that know, like, what do people call me? Yeah, the geriatric grandpa. What am I called?
Yeah, I'm not repeating it here.
All right, Grandpa, let's get you to bed.
Yeah, like Columbia House. This feels like Columbia House. 15 CDs for like $1. No, it's a deal. They suck you in.
Yep.
Not going to buy.
I'm afraid of Baiyi just because, like Ian's braver than I am. I never shop on Baiyi because you don't find out the shipping until they
what did
smack
I
you
look
with
up?
the,
No,
it's
no
gonna be
free
$300.
You will be paying for shipping.
Yeah.
I think I
it's-
looked at Supernova stuff on there once, and I was like, "This is tempting."
For something the size of a HMM box, it's probably about $30 to ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then it exponentially increases from there. You can have them consolidate your package, from what I understand, but it's still spendy.
I think a box about the size of double arms here is going to be about 30 to 40 to ship.
Yeah. It's pretty spendy. I
You
kind of
have-
stick
yeah.
to Sugar Mama these days.
Let's just say reserve
stuff
buy
stateside.
for grails and things you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
telling you guys, I want to let's all go to the coast, buy a pirate ship, and just ship our own stuff and get past everything. Yar. Okay. What else you got?
What else you got,
Jess?
Silver?
So that's kind of it for the AZ line, and then we're moving into. Oh wait, never mind. I lied. That's not it for the AZ line. So we actually have
What is
images of different stuff that's coming. So we've got our lovely Command Wolf hanging out over here, and then we have our Molga. That one is actually completely like it's articulated and it noodles across your desk. It's very cute.
Yeah,
then we
Dan
have-
got that, right? Is that the Mulga
he
he got? Okay.
He got the Hasbro one, the older
Oh,
one.
I thought he got this one.
It has the same kind of locomotion, but it's a wind-up motor, and this one is actually like
Okay.
battery operated.
Oh, that's
If you
right.
can think like Zoid's Wild Catalga, if I ever showed you the Catalga's motion, it's just that but smaller. And then we got the Sea Panther
I'm so
over
excited for Sea
here.
Panther.
He's such a cutie. All of
For
his
those
little...
of you
Yeah.
listening, it's a hermit crab.
Yeah, I
Zoids
don't know why it's
missile
called Sea
launchers.
Panther. Again, unfortunate naming.
Again, that's why we have to have it.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep. But it's
Yep.
it's a little hermit crab, and all of its little legs move while it's walking and rolling forward. It's very cute.
Oh my
We
goodness.
also got a Genosaur in the back with its big old stompies.
Yeah. Now picture
Those
picture
are
that
big
in red
feet.
and silver, minus those top cannons and big lobster claws on the side.
Yeah, that's the Geno
That's
Breaker. Yeah, I know.
Breaker, yeah.
Because I got the
Yep.
Tyranno's pretty closely related too.
Yeah,
Talk
and
about it.
then
Talk about
in
it.
a twist of events,
Yeah, what
we
is
got
this thing?
a very lovely recolor of the
Go to YouTube.
AZ.
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.
Yeah.
We got the AZ Liger Zero, but in Empire coloration. So it's the red and gold armor of the traditional Empire Liger Zero. It would be very interesting to see if they did like the Liger Zero X armor, because in the Hasbro it
my
like
God.
came with that armor, X'd out, but
Yeah.
it would be a really nice pipe dream. I'm throwing a Hail Mary there. But it's a really nice recolor. I didn't think I would enjoy the Empire colors.
I am so tempted because there's a nice deal on the original vintage version of this Zoid here with the X armor.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, oh, do I do that or do I just hold out for this?
Yeah, and I think this one actually has the levers that work with the wing flap for the Liger Zero Phoenix.
Yeah,
So that
so
would be fun.
That's what I thought it was. Right
I'm
off the bat.
all in. I'm all in on this AZ Empire Liger if
But
they
we're gonna
announce
get
an
it.
add-on for it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I'm
I'll
not a
probably
fan of
still
the
end up with this
gold.
thing
I'd
anyway.
probably repaint the gold. I'm not really a fan of that color.
Mustard.
But it actually really works
Mustard.
nice. Mustard gold. But yeah, I think they kept this completely secret until people started seeing it. We didn't see any news about this until the show actually like formally started, which was really cool.
Those
So
are
they
fun.
managed to
I
keep
like
it
them.
So good.
secret.
I love
Um,
secrets kept like that.
And expect recolors of different Zoids, I guess, at this point, because we've also got the AZ Blade Liger Leon
Yeah.
Tauros version. So instead of blue, it's red for Leon,
Mhm.
and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, I
Yep.
think that's it for AZ news.
Cool.
And then to completely confuse people, we have AMZ news, but I like to just say Adamus Machina because that's the actual line. The Adamus Machina is a 1/72 scale die-cast action figure.
Shot. Shot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She's big, she's hefty, she's very expensive. If
How
she's
much?
your type, go for it.
How
Yeah.
much? Does she like long walks on the beach?
I think so. The base Adamus Machina Berserk Fury. The thing about Adamus Machina is it shows like what the machine would have looked like in the wild. Because if you were listening to the Zoids episode that we had, you'll know that
4.
Zoids are actually biomechanical creatures. They're alive. They have thoughts, feelings, all of that fun stuff.
Hopes and
They're
dreams.
more akin to an Evangelion than they are Gundam. So to give you some idea about that. But
Future crossover.
yeah.
Future crossover.
Oh
Future
my gosh, if
crossover.
this was an Evangelion Peter. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
There is.
But there's
Did you-
hold
Lang?
on.
You were in the
Lang.
episode.
Wait.
No, wait.
Spoilers.
No,
No,
wait.
okay,
of
no.
a-
Lang didn't
of a
watch your
Berserk?
stream.
Oh, Lang didn't watch my stream.
Lang didn't watch her
I
stream.
was-
Oh,
No, that was when I was in my 6th interview. Thank you very much.
I was say you were
Excuses.
unemployed. Come on.
Excuses. I watched it. I watched it at work. I watched her stream at
Was.
work. That's your excuse?
I did that once already when I was. That's not why I got
Popped in for 5 minutes. Come on.
something.
It was something. All right. But the Adamus Machina Berserk Fury, it has the wild, it looks like Roboraptor. You guys remember Roboraptor? It looks like Roboraptor, and then it has the actual combat unit armor set. So it comes with 2 armor sets. Now we're getting add-ons for it. We're getting the Sturm unit, and I'm another unfortunate thing is in Japan, it's called the Strum unit instead of Sturm. So that's actually tamped onto
Oh.
That was
the
permanent.
thing. It's I'm so upset.
Strum.
Whatever. It's not going to make it any cheaper.
Yeah, and I like the little like green snake nose that they gave it, but we also got the Jag D unit from I think the games.
I like that.
I am actually not very familiar with this. I wish it looked a little bit chunkier than it was, but we got these big old guns and more gun and a
I like how
shield with
Berserk
gun.
Panzer.
It goes from those giant pinchers to that little one on the right subarm. This little itty bitty claw. What's that? The little T-Rex arm. What's that good for? What are you doing, buddy?
He's giving it a go.
And it has like little earphones.
Yeah, the head armor is very interesting.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's all freaking cool.
But we got Sturm and Jag D units for the Berserk armor changing set, which is kind of cool. No idea how much that is. I don't even want to imagine it.
Well, the Adamus Machina, I've seen some listings for like $250, almost $300.
Yeah. And if you're a Transformers fan, they're also doing Adamus Machina Transformer stuff.
Yeah, go back to that last photo or two.
I don't think it's in any of the pictures.
One more. You see that foot line?
Yeah, Predaking. Yeah, that's Predaking.
That's probably a $1,000 designer right there.
I feel as cool as Silver knowing stuff.
There you go. You can just look at the little. Yep, awesome. And then I'm going to briefly touch on the Metamorverse. These are, if you're just listening at home, these are like little girl Pla figures, and they come with a little chibi of a Zoid, and you can take the little chibi apart and put it as armor on the girl.
I'm buying all of these.
Oh my gosh.
So right now we have the Blade Legger girl. I'm not sure of her name, but the little Blade Legger chibi comes apart and adds armor onto her to protect her. And then we also got our first look at Fiona or Fine of her base model. We haven't seen Zeke yet, but we're getting the prototype for Fine.
Wait.
She's looking
Which
good.
one's
I
Zeke?
like that
What's
much
Zeke?
more.
What's Zeke?
Zeke is the little silver Tyrannosaurus organoid.
Thank you.
There you go.
Little mascot from their anime.
Yeah, the little mascot that appears with the Blade Legger.
Mm-hmm. And they announced
realized model.
So what they did like, so they're treating the girls like they're like VTuber avatars. They did like a live stream with the Blade Legger girl where she's I don't know what she was talking about. I was just selling these new models. And then they had like these little stills or something of other girls in a metaverse, and it kind of teased what they're going to be doing next. I think they teased that there's Transformers, but there's also there was a SilverFang girl, little with the yellow saber tooth.
That was actually Bumblebee.
Oh, was it Bumblebee?
That was Bumblebee. Remember we were looking at so there was an image that was put out, and we were like trying to hyper focus on what it could have, because it was definitely spoiling some upcoming stuff. So we were picking it apart, and there was like a little yellow like figure in the background that was like mostly overshadowed by like the girls in the front, and then there was a girl standing by it with like orange or yellow clothing on, and we thought it could be like Saber Tiger.
That's what I was hoping. Dang it!
I know you're a SilverFang fan.
Fang.
5 times fast.
But they also had a banner that said upcoming, and it had Transformers on it. And Bumblebee is one of them. I think Megatron.
What's Lang gonna do to explain to his wife when he's got to bring home a Jetfire girl?
He needs a girl Pla.
A Jetfire girl.
Nothing. She'll probably buy it. That's right, everyone. Be jealous. My wife buys me the Gunpla. What's up? Sorry.
I know. We have a supportive partner. What is this?
Yeah, what is that?
My girlfriend's got me a couple, okay? She got me a Master Grade.
Just because this is my second marriage doesn't mean the first one, was different or anything.
Oh, got some shade today.
Realize models.
We don't talk.
Models.
We don't want to talk about the Frost Queen here. Okay.
All right. I love how this is misspelled already.
Cannoli
they've just
Molga?
given up
Cannoli
at this point. It's the cannoli Molga. I can't.
I have to have it now.
That
Yep.
needs
Holy
to
cannoli.
be a recolor now. Someone got to paint it like a cannoli.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
But we're actually getting a double pack of the Cannonry Molga
Oh, really?
and the Hellcat. They're actually specific. There's slight recolors from the actual ones
I
that are
love
going to
those
be officially
colors.
released. But I really like the Cannonry Molga. It's got these like really cool tripod parts
that
that come
exclusive
down
to
to
this
support it.
2-pack?
The Cannonry is not exclusive.
Okay.
I don't think. I think there's a Cannonry Molga coming.
Okay.
Can you assume what the price point on this pack would be?
Probably
I'd say
$40 to $50, $45.
So individually, the Molga and the Attack Cat are like $25 to $20 each.
See, this is
They're affordable.
Silver?
They're very affordable.
I love them.
Silver.
Army builders, and they're sold
One
out
is-
everywhere.
Yeah. See, this is the problem.
I'm
You're like,
upset.
oh,
I
it's
want a cat.
affordable. When at first glance, it's like, oh, here, look, there's one on Buyee now because they're all sold out everywhere. Oh, it's $30 shipping. Oh, look, at the bottom of the contract, you have to give your soul. This is what you do.
Sugar
This is
Mama
what
gets
you do.
them. Sugar Mama gets
Oh,
them pretty
Sugar
frequently.
Mama's got my soul a long
Saying.
time ago.
But
Praise be
we're
to
getting
Mama.
a double pack. The Hellcat and the Cannoli are very, very cute. I will definitely be getting both of these guys. I love them. And they're super, super small. Like, I think they did like a size comparison because Gino is technically the biggest one we have right now. And then Blade Liger's a little bit smaller, and then Command Wolf is a little bit smaller than that, and then Attack Cat's smaller than that. It's really funny.
Molga's going to be like 6 inches long.
Molga itty bitty.
Itty bitty.
But look at that gun.
6 inches is huge.
And then we got some extra little goodies being teased. We have the Genosaur Raven special, so it's a special recolor of Raven. I don't know why this is a thing, but it's a thing and it's coming out.
So what's the recolor? What is it?
It's
It's like a more of a purplish plastic with more red pieces.
yeah. So
Okay.
a lot of the purple here on this Genosaur is going to be red, and all the black parts are almost like a deep navy blue.
Mm-hmm.
And then it comes with wire shooting effects because the hands
Yeah,
on that one
Go-Go
can
Gadget Extendo
shoot
arms.
out, like, and grab and retract and pull Zoids back in.
I think I have. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Look at that.
Stop it.
Yeah.
It looks really good, but after building this, I don't think I need another one.
Yeah, I wish it all came in one
Especially-
package, but I get the recolors because they're doing actually a lot of recolors. They're doing the
Oh.
same thing with the Hellcat Tyrol.
So the arms are remolded because that detach point does not exist on this version.
Oh, you can't just put a wire in.
I thought it was
Oodle
I
noodle?
thought it was at the wrist, but that's the whole forearm, and that detachment point's not there.
Interesting.
So the arms are remolded.
No. Oh well.
Yep, can I
We'll
combine
see.
both?
We'll see. Now we have to do a custom paint job on one.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we're also getting Hellcat Tyrol and Shield Liger, which is another thing they completely kept from us until it were released. So Tyrol is going to
Bang
be
special.
alternate
What makes-
color of Attack Cat. Look how cute.
Aw.
If you're familiar with the character, it was a character that I appeared only in literally I think one episode, but it left an impression. So it's cool that it's getting its own little kit. And then here's the Shield Liger.
I
What
kind
made
of
it
want
a-
to
A
wait.
little funky to me. It
Yeah.
holds a lot of the same molds as the Blade Liger, but
It looks
in
like
a
it went to
shield-
the barber
got
and
its
it got
two-
like cut too short.
I got its 2 front teeth for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious? If you look at the pictures of Shield Liger in the anime, it doesn't have any other teeth except the front ones.
That's funny.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
So
I'll
it's very
grab this.
anime accurate.
Yeah, I'll grab this if they do recolors. Like, I'd like a desert liger.
That would be sick.
I'd do that.
No, but it called it the Bang Special. Why is it? What's a bang
So
about
Bang is the Japanese
Wouldn't
Van.
you like to know?
So Van and Fiona in America are Bang and Fine in Japan.
it? Oh, okay. So it's a name.
So yeah,
Got it.
Bang's woof. Let me try that again. So
Lang wants to
Vans
bang.
Like
special.
the van special is a darker blue. It's a different blue than the mass produced whatever. The different shade of blue. Just paint it. But yeah. And then we got our first look at Salamander from Kotobukiya, the next big HMM release. And if you guys have seen my Abrams in person, I custom painted a
Big.
dark horn into a desert horn. Dark horn is not small,
No.
and Salamander dwarfs the dark horn in size.
That wingspan's pushing over a foot.
She is gorgeous. And then, like, if you're on YouTube, but for our listeners, if you can think of a Terrace, if you're a Zoid person and you can think of a Terrace, which is the little blue pterodactyl, it only comes up to maybe its hip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's very incredible. And then we got Bombfern confirmed. I don't know if they're going to do a special coloration, but they definitely made a adjustment when they were doing the molds to make sure that you could equip the Gojulus cannons if you have a set of Gojulus cannons.
Yeah.
God.
That's aerodynamic.
Yeah. She's a big bird. I mean,
Flap harder.
Yeah, but those cannons are like a foot long, didn't we?
well, they don't flap. They're maglev. Like, they glow and they, like, give off this energy, and that's what allows them to fly. It's crazy.
My bad.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
I thought that the blasters just shot out giant beams and it made
And
them
I
fly
mean,
backwards
those-
super fast. It's so
Those
big.
cannons are not small. They're probably the length of your forearm. It's crazy. So Salamander's going to be a big girl, and I'm very excited. And like all the toes are posable, the tail looks posable, the head, all these really cool, intricate details. So I'm glad that Kodo is kind
that's
of pulling
cool.
out all the stops and giving us like a nice big model. It's really nice. And the crossovers. What's this? Optimus Prime and the Shield Liger?
Optimus Liger. Here we go.
I think this is called Shield D Prime. It's from Synergex. And I think there's also Diaclone in here. So Transformers, Diaclone, and Shield or Zoids.
clone.
Yep.
But he's looking pretty interesting. So
Okay,
there's the
yeah.
transformed and the standing together.
Are
And
you
there's a
getting it?
little motorcycle for some reason.
I need to see the price on it because
It's not
Diaclone has its own tax. Not literally, I just call it a tax. Diaclone's very expensive, so I'm
Diatax.
going to imagine this thing is going to be pushing about $200.
Yeah, easily. But I hope it comes with the stand, because that stand looks really cool.
Yeah,
That is
that's.
pretty cool.
I've seen that. I swear I've seen that stand before for other like masterpiece transformers.
I'm not
Or
sure what
something
this
very
is about.
akin to it.
I think this is for something else, but-
you're right. I
Like
think
masterpiece
the orange one.
Beast Wars Dinobot comes with a similar looking stand, I think.
No, the Skyfire has an orange one.
Oh,
Yeah.
But you also get pilot figures to put in
Yeah,
the canopy
Diaclone.
and everything.
I really don't like it. I just don't.
what?
It's kind of
don't.
growing on me, but I'm not a Transformers fan to justify putting the money into it. I mean, I really
It's
like
just-
the Adamus Machina Berserk Fury, but just the silhouette itself, I can't.
If they just did the Shield Liger with that paint job and made that nice, I would be more convinced versus having the transformation.
Oh,
Personally. Like that's just like it's
It's too much.
It's derpy. I don't know. It's just like, yes, we know what the
The big
transformation
chest
will.
is weird to me, but
yeah.
it's got two
I
heads.
don't like it.
Optimus can't see over his own
Like-
rack.
You know what I wish they would do? Ian would know this. There's a. Gosh dang it. There is a Perfect Effect Leonidas. If they were to do
Shield
like a
double D
Shield
prime.
Liger.
Sorry, I'm done.
There, Ian wins. That's the name of the episode.
Oh boy.
But it's like, do something else. I'm sorry. I appreciate the effort. The final result, yeah, maybe it's because it's very, very Diaclone. The more I look at it, it's screaming Diaclone more and more. And I'm good.
Okay.
Is that gray thing on the clear stand on the left side of that photo? Is that the shield? Is that the tail unit?
I'm not actually sure what this is. I'm not sure if this is like part of something that's.
The
It looks
tail in the
like
back.
It looks like the
guns
tail
for him
unit.
to hold. It looks like
And
kind of
that's
this stuff,
Prime
maybe?
Zion Blaster on the bottom.
So maybe this stuff.
Oh, interesting.
And it comes with like a
Okay.
little holder.
Maybe.
Oh,
Meh.
there's like a pilot standing behind Optimus's head.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The Diaclone
Get on
pilot's
my
cool.
shoulder because I can't see past my chest.
I think these newer ones also have magnets in the feet, like the old Diaclone toys.
I'm not
that's
sure
fine.
about that, but yeah. The shield Liger looks pretty accurate to the figure, which is nice, but
Yeah.
yeah. And then we got this weird thing. So
There you
for
go,
those
Lang.
of you that here you go, Lang. So Zoids Wild.
Whoa! Why me? Why? It's like it's weird.
This is what you
Wayne
want.
will love it. Is it? What is it?
So
know this.
in the realm of crossover land, Evangelion and Zoids have collaborated together, and they're using the Xenorex base,
Sorry,
and
that
they're
was bad.
releasing Unit 1 and Unit 2.
I was like, no, these are white prototypes, and I was like, what the heck? And then I
Yeah,
saw you
without
can see on the
color?
right one the face.
Yeah, you can see like the jaw and like the little tear like
there it
streaks and
is.
stuff for Unit 1. It has those big
Uh-huh.
shoulder pieces that open up.
We got them, boys.
We
Got
got
me.
them. And
Got
these
'em.
will be motorized because Xenorex is motorized.
Yeah.
So they will
I can't
at
say on the
least
podcast. What?
it'll at least be able to walk. And then here's another view of just the silhouettes. I think when we see them colored, it's gonna give a whole different vibe.
Oh, 100%.
Because there's Unit 2, and then here's another image of Unit 2. The little
Yeah.
Unit
like
2 has
Unit
always
2.
looked a little weird to me, but they actually did kind of pay homage to the silhouette pretty well there.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
If I get any, I'm gonna
Crap.
grab Unit 2 because I
I'm gonna
like
get
I like
Unit
the head.
1, so
I really like the
yeah.
head on the T-Rex body.
Yeah,
I think I'll
Xenorex
want-
looks pretty cool.
I think I want Unit 1 when I see it painted, but right now I want 2.
Mm-hmm. You can't really
Cool.
beat that purple-green combo. And then lastly, we got the little Fukui Raptor that was announced like 2 days ago.
Almost like
It's
last
just
night.
a cute little but it's
pretty
just a
much.
cute little Raptorix. It's like a little $10 kit. But it is a exclusive to the Dinosaur Museum.
Oh.
So it won't
'Cause
be
they
$10
do,
when
like-
we get it.
Yeah, it won't be
Yeah,
$10
seriously.
when we get it, but they used to do all of these interesting like bone recolors, like recoloring them like a fossil. And this is just kind of like another addition to that. I wish they would like do like reprints of like old Bone Geno or Bone Sniper. I think they had a couple different bone colorations of wild kits as well, but
Oh,
I'd like to see reprints, but these guys are cute too. And I think that's all the news I have. I tried to keep it abridged and brief. I tried.
Did good.
No, it's great. This is, you are going to ruin everybody's backlog, and it's just going to be, you know what? I think with everybody's backlog, it's going to be like back when we were all kids and learning about fossils. And you can see the layers in the ground, like layers in the backlog. That's when you met SilverFang, because now that's Zoids layers.
And the
That's
dust
what it's
on
gonna
it.
be
Carbon
like.
date the dust on that thing.
Carbon dated.
I bought that 5 years ago.
So real quick question for everybody talking about those crossovers. What's a crossover you both would love to see? Like, or you have seen, or let's dive into because I was talking with Ian before. Crossovers are so interesting, but I think it's getting so prevalent.
I mean,
And
Transformers did the
Oh my gosh.
collab with Monster Hunter for the Rathalos.
They've done. I was gonna say
There's
they've
two
done.
of them, but they're still both not out.
I'm gonna pop
And there's
off the
the
Transformers.
Zoids collaboration with Monster Hunter. Lots of collabs.
So there's Transformers has done Jurassic Park, X-Men, Ghostbusters, Back to the Future,
Knight Rider.
Marvel, Knight Rider.
They did Knight Rider.
Transformers is they're floozies.
Well, I mean, Zoids went so far as to collaborate with Spider-Man.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
That was weird. That was very weird. I have arachnophobia, so definitely a no from me, dog. But
So what would you want then? What crossovers would you guys want to see?
so
With
I
what? With Transformers?
Just
anything.
anything.
Just
Anything.
'Cause
Now, one thing I was talking about before with Gundam specifically. Oh, that's right. We're kind of Gunpla podcast. Just saying.
Ooh, whoopsies.
Yeah. Oopsie doopsie. They cross over with a lot of brands, but they never change the molds. You know, so I've always thought of that. Like,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be great if they did that? I don't know if they would, but
I mean, Bandai collaborating with Zoids would be very interesting because I mean they did the collaboration that released the Chogokin
yeah.
Liger Zero, but that silhouette was so stylized I couldn't enjoy it. But an actual like Bandai molded kit would be like with all their crazy pre-painted parts on runners and the Lux plastic, because like Zoid plastic is a lot harder than Bandai plastic. It's a different plastic type. But to move away from that, I think I would love to see like a Zoids and Horizon Zero Dawn crossover.
Yeah.
Oh, called it.
That would be
Crap.
amazing.
I can't compete with that. That's a great idea.
Because
Ian?
they're both mecha, and it's just
It's asking for
Let's say to stick with Gunpla, I would like to see a Kamen Rider and Gunpla crossover.
Oh my gosh, why haven't they done that?
I don't have specifics, just make it.
I could do a G-Quux, anything in those. Oh my gosh, yeah. What I want
sorry.
is a Haro loader of some sort, but as a power loader from Aliens.
Ooh, I can do that yourself.
Ooh.
I could do that myself, but then I need
the
like
Haro
some,
loader
Well,
looks just like
Gunpla and Alien in general, that'd be
yeah,
Yeah.
like make the what's the ones from Gundam Age that are like dragons
Oh,
and make those xenomorphs.
yeah, I know what you.
Yeah.
It's in my head. I just don't know the name.
Yeah, I've really embraced my Alien and Predator love the last couple of years, so that would be fun.
gosh, when he pops into the Discord and he makes the Predator sound, it just makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up.
Thank you. That's so much fun. Okay. So a couple other little things we have. First off, we're going to be trying something new in the coming weeks. It's not out yet, but we're going to have a Instagram for the West Coast Gunpla Alliance. In this, it's going to specifically be a couple of things. The first thing it's going to be is a road sign, basically, to get in the Discord, because it's a lot of fun in the Discord, and we want to show how much fun we're having. So we're going to be showing the podcast clips in the Instagram, as well as shouting out folks, because some of our folks have been jumping in and kind of lightly introducing themselves, and we've been having people say, like, let's get introductions, let's get more introductions, let's get more spotlights. So we're going to do that through an Instagram and show some of the really cool talent and ideas and experiences that we have in there.
Mhm.
Like if and when Ian destroys a cart in repo on our game nights. Stuff like that.
Or when Shockwave gets killed by the tax bag. That was insanity.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shockwave, it was recorded.
We have game nights on the WCGA as well, so
Every 2 weeks, we all get together. What does everybody want to play, and what's cheap for everybody to play?
Yeah.
So
we've been on a repo bender. We're gonna have to substitute repo for something this coming time.
Take a break on Repo.
why? I have never laughed so hard as I have playing Repo. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll shut up about that.
Shenanigans.
Lots of
That's all we can
shenanigans.
say.
One of the things that we like to show off, and we're going to be showing off on our Instagram, but we'll do here as well, hop over to YouTube. I will pull up a preview of some of our completed projects from folks. This is really cool. I'm going to go here. This is by SilverLiken. You guys can see this, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good?
Ooh.
Perfect. So this is a
Oh, it's so subtle.
Roselle. And that's what makes it so good.
It's
Because I know
lovely.
who did it. Chloe's dad up at IPMS did that. And SilverLiken is a great... They joined in, I believe, from Washington. The subtle white and mint on this, a completed build. I believe it's looking HG-ish. Love that. And it's a great photo. So HG Roselle by SilverLiken, really great. Let me look at... See, these are the fun ones. People just like to show off some of their stuff. A love of...
Is that a love story being told
I
right
think
there?
it's a love story.
Yeah.
You know, picture is
Love
worth
it.
1,000 words. That was by Scarlet Lotus. This is really cool.
New Zoid
Now,
friend.
we say we're West Coast Gunpla. Look at this cute little thing. Tim Tam
Minion!
Studios made
Tim Tam!
a minion. This is one of the things he's working on in his college courses. It is a removable pill grinder?
Candy grinder.
Candy
Or
grinder.
whatever it might... Yeah,
Yeah.
just
You can
like
put
this.
whatever
And
in
it's really... You can do whatever with it.
He wants it to be
It's
used
really
as a candy
great.
grinder.
Great. Use it. And he's showing it off here first. So you get some pretty cool previews with some of his creativity.
Yeah, it's very, very cute. It's very
Yep.
cute.
Noriega, yeah. You know what I hate? I hate the fact that the Witch of Mercury line just asks to be customized. This is a great job. This is a HG Ariel? Yep, HG Ariel. No, Lifrith.
Lifrith, yeah.
Lifrith. Really well done. Oh, is that painted? That looks a little UV
they're like
reactive.
glowy.
Yeah, a little bit, or it's just a great
Looks like all
angle.
the pink parts got painted yellow.
Really great job on this one.
The panels are clean too.
Really great
Nice.
job on that. We're gonna save this one for another day. Dan needs to be here for that. Here's my fun one. Don't you love this
I
thing?
love the fish.
Ignore that.
This is a better photo that I showed off earlier. The War Dick or War Shark. I haven't put
Yeah.
on the decals or stickers yet, but I thought it was so funny. Just like, okay, put pieces of styrofoam in here and over here so it can float. Oh,
Yep.
I'm
If
excited
you
for
put
when
it
this
in
can
water, it tries to swim. It's very cute.
happen. Here we go. This was who was this?
These are cool.
Henson Kuhn. Henson Kuhn?
Fine,
Armadas.
we gotta get you some pronunciation.
You do.
Those
All
are
these little
neat.
ships. Yeah, these little ships, when you get them, they're not this detailed. He did a really good job on these.
And they're small, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
would assume.
So small.
Doesn't say Cosmo Tiger 2 and Andromeda. So this is the one that we're going to finish up this week. This is by one of our great members, Mike.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Mike.
This is
Mike.
a HG GN Sniper.
Yes.
Yeah,
Correct me
it's
if I'm
the
wrong.
original 8th MS team high grade Gym Sniper.
Okay, so people, look at this.
Yeah,
Do you
so
see
for
all these?
yeah.
You go for it. Go for it, Silver.
I was gonna say for anyone that's just listening right now, so Mike got these digital camo decals from another member of the Discord, and then had to order more. So just imagine like digital camo decals, and there are over 400
Yeah.
digital camo decals on this thing. It is
Mike, you're
incredible. The
Dedicated.
he is such a very detail oriented individual, and it really really shows here. And you can't really see any of the lines in his, like, when he top coated it, you can't see
Yeah.
any of the lines from the stickers, so it looks very, it almost looks painted on. It's really
Yeah.
really good. That is incredible.
Fantastic
I
everywhere.
Yeah, and then he fully
aspire
painted.
to this level of patience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
there's
he
no
fully
way I
painted
could.
little apsilis that comes with it.
Right here.
That's amazing.
Mike. Let's see. Yep. It's crazy. So
Got
crazy.
lots of building going on.
Got a lot to keep up with. Okay. Questions for this week. Thank you for everybody. We're starting to get a little low on questions. If you ever want questions for us to answer for you, they can be model related, they can be life related, anything you like. You can DM any of us on our socials. You can email us at westcoastgunpla@gmail.com, or you can just throw it in the podcast thread on the Discord. This week we have a few. I'm going to start with Silver and then Ian, and I'll finish up on this one. And the question is, what catches your eye or interests you the most when shopping for model kits?
Real
Okay,
quick,
so-
Catches your eye the most.
Real
What?
quick, I'll say for me, it's the box art. The
Yeah.
box art's probably going
Really?
to draw me in real quick to a model kit. It's the first thing you see in the
Yes.
store.
Yeah. So I have a history in graphic stuff, so graphic arts and all that. So if there is a package design that's either really unique or really stand out, if it stands out a lot on the shelf, I'll instantly kind of get drawn to that. And you can do that with like bright colors or effects, or like I really like effect parts and like glowing elements or like action poses. Those are kind of what draw me to the box. And then if it's like, because like if I look at Gundam, like if I look at a wall of Gundam stuff, it all kind of looks samey, which is good because
Yeah.
you want a cohesive like brand. But if they're just kind of standing there on the box, it looks a lot less interesting than if they're in some kind of like dynamic pose. You're like, oh dude, what's he doing? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And if
Like
it's a
an-
mechanical animal, you know, plus 10.
Like the RGs are just standing there versus the HGs are usually nicer box art.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. For me, I think what catches my eye the most is something unique that I haven't seen before. Like if I really look at which models I am aware of, and if it's something that's newer or something I've never seen, that usually
Yeah, I mean, I
That
find I
pulls
get
me in.
overwhelmed because I don't. I'm new to the Gundam world, so I don't know what I'm looking at. And then it's all of these box arts. They are all very cohesive, but then like I'm like, oh well, that one looks actiony, and that one looks actiony, and that one looks actiony. It's like, oh, what is this? Oh, that one has a glowing beam saber.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Oh, shiny.
Yep, and then
Shiny.
I'm just like, hey, this looks like a kitty with a fan blade around its neck. Silver, what is this doing? Yeah, same thing. Same thing.
It's so sad. I know what you're talking about. Trinity
you know.
Liger.
Yep. What was the most risky move you had to do when making a custom build? I'll start with this one and then Ian Silver. Risky moves from me. Oh, I think it was my last build. Gosh. The risk was making a custom GN Buster Sword as well as putting additional pieces onto an XN Riser backpack. It was a huge risk, and I tried it at least 5 different times, and the risk did not pay off like I had hoped. But I'm glad I did it, and I really, really tried on that one. That was a
You
big
got
risk
the
for me.
experience there.
Holy cow, did I. Ian?
Okay, so I haven't gotten any crazy customizing, but there's one time I cracked open the high grade Zhuagu, which is the amphibious Xeon suit that has like the big gun fingers and the elephant trunk.
Yes.
So when I cracked that open, one of the gun barrel fingers, the very tip of the finger is like a cylinder, and it has 4 little stems that come off for plugging it into the other part of the finger. One of those is just broken off and gone, not in the bag. It's just not there. Broke off in the factory or something, and then I find out 5 or 8 years later, since it's been printed, oh, it's missing a part. So I just cut off a piece of the runner, cemented it, and then sanded it until it looked exactly like the missing piece.
Wow.
And now I can't even tell it's there, or it was ever broken to
Nice.
begin with.
Well
Nice.
done.
All
That's
right,
the most
so-
intense customizing I've had to do so far.
Yeah, I'm mainly like a straight builder. I don't do anything crazy either. So I mean, one of the risky moves I did recently was I made a diorama base for one of my models. And I'd never worked with any of those tools before. I was using heat guns, I was using wood burners, I was using all kinds of different equipment. So like just the risk of like trying a new medium.
Yeah, you nailed it. That was a
And when I
really
was
good dial.
when I was all finished with it though, I had the idea. I was like, okay, so it's tracking this thing through the desert. What can I do to make it look like it's following something? And I was like, oh well, footprints. And I tried to like make these indentations and they didn't work. And I just didn't have the right tools for it. So I was like, okay, what else could I do? And then I was like, okay, let's do like hydraulic fluid and like oil drips as it's going. And so everything was finished, everything was sealed. I got into the dropper bottles and I did these little drips and like streaks and tried to make it look like it. And everybody just at the show was going, oh, blood drops. Oh, and I was like, oh, it's hydraulic fluid. Ah, I'm going to paint over it. I'm done. I regret.
Well,
I
you people aren't forklift certified, I can tell.
But that
That's
was
fun.
like a risk I took, and I feel like it kind of detracted from what I was trying to accomplish. So I think I'm gonna go back and fix that. But yeah,
That's funny. What kit made you panic? And do I know what they're talking about? No, this could be during the build part or maybe purchasing or searching. What kit made you panic?
High grade Neo Zeong. I panicked because I had to buy it.
The FOMO? The FOMO had you hard?
It was so when I
That
got
didn't
it,
sound good.
I never knew what Surugia was at the time, so I got this off Mandarake. So I paid for shipping.
ooh,
Ooh.
It's triple digit shipping.
Barfity barf barf.
Yeah.
Are you
So
happy with it?
By the end, when I got it in hand, I had paid what eBay prices are for the red Silangian at that point.
oh,
No, not Silangian. The Neo Zeong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was. I was trying to think about it, and then finally hit me. Like what gave me the most anxiety was in Southern California at the SCGMC competition that's run by those Gundam guys. Shout out and thank you guys for a great show. One of the folks from that group they had a couple of tables for different group members, and one of them they had 2 Supernova Gundam kits. And I saw them, and I mean, they're Supernova kits. You don't see them in the wild. Come on. And I saw them, and I saw the price tags, and they were unbelievably reasonable to start. And he had 2 of them. And he then came and talked to me about both of them, and I asked him for a deal, and he gave me a deal. But between the time when I first saw him and I finally got a chat with him, it was a good 2 or 3 hours of like going back and forth and shopping, seeing what else there is. I was just anxious. And
Right.
even Dan went back to the hotel room for a nap during that time. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're here. Oh my gosh, should I get them? Oh my gosh. Like that one put me into a panic bad. And I came home with the
You show more
Sandrock.
strength than I do.
Oh my gosh, the Sandrock and the heavy arms. Well, I had to I think I'm trying to remember if it was both of them had prices or one of them did and one of them didn't. And so I was really eager and obnoxious like I turn into when I really want something. So that put me into a panic. Yeah.
For Ian, the last thing you hear about the decision making is just, and then
Yep.
yoink.
Yeah, we know those
that was my
noises.
soul.
Yep. Silver, how about you?
So, as far as like purchasing a kit goes, like just the fact that they did like a advanced Z Death Star, I was like, oh my god, they're making it. Oh my god. But as far as like building a kit, I mean, older molded aircraft are just they're frustrating because nothing ever fits together right. So that's kind of like a moment where I feel like I'm not as experienced as I need to be to like deal with that, but we're working on it. But surprisingly, the one that like kind of made me panic was the Figure Eyes Standard Amplified Blue Eyes White Dragon,
Mm.
because it
You
was
got
so different.
you got 3 of them, didn't you?
I
Because
do,
you
I
want the
do
ultimate.
have
Yep,
3 of
yep,
them. I've only
yep.
built one, and I need to build the other 2.
Nice.
But the plastic was so hard, I thought I was gonna break my nippers.
Mhm.
And
I think it's because of the coating. Or
yeah.
it's almost like a clear. Oh, it's rigid.
It's very crunchy. So you snap you try to cut the part out, and you like you hear your nippers clash together. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna break them. I'm going to break them.
Yep.
And then there's like lots of moments where trying to fit things together, and you're like, I hope I don't break this.
Is it because
But the weird
plastic
part was
that-
the wires.
Oh,
Like the neck and the tail have wires that go through them, and I was
Yeah.
like, well, they only give you enough wire to like do one go at it, so I can't mess that up either.
uh-huh.
So it
Yeah.
was such a different kit, and the plastic was a lot harder than I was expecting. I thought I was going to break tools. I was like, oh my gosh, what if I break apart? Because some of the fitment was crazy. So it was actually a kind of a stressful build for me.
Yeah. There's a lot of Digimon ones that are like that with that wire. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Is Machine Dramon one of them?
Uh-huh.
Dadgummit.
Yep, it
Because
is.
I have Machine Dramon, the 2 War Greymons, black and regular War Greymon, the Metal Greymon. I have a lot of Digimon I need to put
I
together.
bet Metal Greymon probably has it. I don't know
I
personally.
think it does in the tail.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting choice. I get it for the rigidity and the
Yeah.
ease of posability, but just running those
Paildramon-
wires and you don't get another shake at it.
Yeah, Paildramon and Mashidramon are the 2 that I've done that have it. So, and I always just try to fold it precisely in half, and it's usually 2 sides that it has to fit perfect. So,
I folded it in half, and then I threaded it through, and then I cut off the access, and then
oh yeah, careful cutting that access because
Yeah.
they don't want you doing that.
yeah,
Anyways,
I was scared.
a couple more questions. I'll jump to the end one because this is specifically for Ian and I because, oh my gosh, back when it was Godzilla themed in Fortnite, I jumped into Fortnite for the first time, and I have become a Fortnite addict. It is terrible. It is bad. And the worst part about it is it makes me look like a really good dad because my son will be like, hey, Dad, let's go play Fortnite. And it just enables me. It's not that I'm a good dad. He's just enabling me. That's all it is. So, question from Dan while he's in Texas
Oh my
having
God.
Tex-Mex and swimming with dolphins. Ian, what is your favorite Fortnite skin? And for me, what's my most memorable Fortnite experience?
Oh, good
Ian?
lord. The Godzilla experience was very good. It's probably the most fun experience I had was jumping in the portal and playing as Godzilla.
Yeah, but you're going to
as
jump
far
into a
as,
Death Star soon and do that.
As far as a Fortnite skin, because I think, Lang, you changed the questions on me, so I'm not prepared.
Ooh, on the
I'm
spot.
jumping around. I'm
spot.
jumping
You
around.
jumped
Jumping
around hard.
around.
I'm going to say my favorite Fortnite skin is going to be a character called Renzo. It is a original Fortnite skin, and I wish I could show
Nice.
you.
You look it up. I'm going to be... I'll
It's right
talk
here.
about mine if you find it. Oh, nice.
This is Renzo.
Oh, it's like Kaiju number 8.
Is it like a skull
bit.
head?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I think
Oh.
he's supposed to be the little Fortnite lore there is. He's basically an underground influencer type character. That's pretty much as much as I know. Like fight club stuff, illegal
Gotcha.
things.
For the listeners, it's a person thing in a like.
Yeah, basically a very
Interesting, yeah.
dapper
Yeah, a very
skeleton
dapper
dude
skull
with
guy.
like a nebula mohawk.
It's like
There you go.
Terminator and a Ghost Rider had a baby.
For real.
Now,
A little bit. Very cool.
okay, Lang, what's yours?
Most
it has to
memorable
be-
moment.
most memorable moment had to be playing Bed Wars. Don't make that into something it's not. It was. There's a game on Fortnite called Bed Wars where there's 4 bases and a bed you have to protect at each base, and you split up into teams and you go nut burgers, trying to nut burgers, trying to like generate all your stuff and build stuff and build ramps, which we never did. I never knew how to build and like build ramps over to other islands and get stuff. And it was myself, Ian, I think Zaku I think was there. Never Waffle was also playing with us, and my son. And there was a lot of trash talking. There was a lot of torturing because Dan and I, we are such noobs. And we were sitting there like, why do you do this? I don't know how to build. We didn't even know how to do. We never got past wood. Like, we didn't. It was so bad. And my son, who was playing, was so proud of himself. He came in, and my boy is on the playground. He's known as one of the nicest kids. The teachers like compliment him. He's great. He has great grades. After that game of Fortnite, he came in by himself, trash talking Danzer like he was this 40-year-old Yankees fan, just leaning into him. And I just sat back just like, I've never taught him this.
I think he's listening.
Who, Dan or my son?
Your son. I think he
told
listens to you
I've
playing
told him.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That could be a good point. That could be.
When you
I
got
try
the
to watch
headphones
myself.
on, you're not aware of your volume,
Good.
you know?
Good. No. But it was really funny that he just took it and trash talked Dan after the fact. And it was really funny. That's probably my most memorable, and it was totally worth it.
I want to change my answer, actually, most memorable moment, because now I have more time to think about it.
Well, he asked you Fortnite skin. He asked me the memorable moment. You don't get it.
Oh. What if I want to
I'm
tell
just
you a
kidding. Go
memorable
ahead.
moment, Lang?
Please do.
Anyway,
Please
so go, if you're interested, go look at live events from Fortnite's past. Like, find a collaboration of live, or not collaboration, a collection
Was it one of those concerts?
of live
Nice.
events. Yeah, concerts. The Travis Scott concert. I don't care about Travis Scott, but that was a really cool experience to even just watch it. What they do in the game for a musician's like live concert. It was really cool.
Interesting.
What is it? There was a like chapter 1, season 9. There was a giant fight between a huge kaiju on the island and a big mecha that they both like tore the island apart fighting each other. That was really cool to watch in person. There was also that when they ended Fortnite for a bit, it was like the end of the first chapter before they jumped into chapter 2, and they redesigned the whole island. They had like an apocalypse event where basically the whole island was sucked into a black hole. That was really cool, and the music they played for it was really emotional. I was like, oh my god, my game is ending. And then for 2 or 3 days, the game was literally a little black hole in space, and no one could play. So everyone was like, oh my god, the game's over. What happened? It's it. We're done. Fortnite's dead.
That's funny. I remember everybody freaking out about it. I don't play Fortnite. These boomers over here do, but I remember all of the
damn kids.
Kids in their Fortnite.
I am not a boomer. Oh my gosh.
You're a chinchilla.
Elder millennial. I'm a seasoned elder chinchilla.
But yeah, I remember that event. That was interesting. All of social media was exploding, and people were freaking out, and kids were crying. It was great.
Do I need to change my tag in the Discord to like geriatric chinchilla? That could be a good new one.
Geriatric
You did it
chinchilla.
yourself.
That's like Mouse Rat. That's your new band. That's your new band name, Geriatric Chinchilla. There you go.
A couple more real quick. What's one of your favorite activities outside model building?
I really like to go hiking.
Dang, I don't want to follow that up now because I sound like shut-in. Ian. It was like video
Tell me
gaming,
balls.
like
reading
archery.
books.
I like shooting.
Arts. You like archery? We gotta go.
Mhm.
Let's all
Get
go.
out the longbows, man.
I was an archery
you-
range master.
You do archery too?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
Okay.
There's
So
an archery park near me.
oh, sweet,
I go
let's
to in Milwaukee. There's a place called Broken Arrow, archery range indoors. Very nice.
I don't know if I trust it with a name like that though.
You do break arrows.
I've broken one of my friend's custom arrows before. It was hilarious, and he was not happy about it. But I
I
sat
learned
there
put an arrow through a
laughing.
2x4. It was great.
Um,
We couldn't get it back. It was, yeah.
Jess, what about you?
Video gaming, reading, archery, I guess. Yeah, I saw like a complete shut-in. I don't mind going outside. It's just all my favorite stuff is inside, you know?
I got something for you guys.
WCGA hike win.
No, that'd be fun.
Except I would die about halfway up.
So, I'm getting back into comics. I got the Marvel Unlimited app. Really like those. Following fighting games. I'm a big I follow I follow Evo Championships more than I do sports, for sure. I used to be a big snowboarder. My knees can't take that anymore. Yeah, that's kind of me. And then I was going to show these off. I got these to try. Go to YouTube. You're going to love these. See these?
Whoa.
These are called free skates.
Are you sure your hips can handle that, man?
Oh, these hips won't lie. No, I've been doing it a little bit. I've had these for a year or two. I haven't been on them for about 6 months, but I was on them quite a bit. Look up free skating.
Do they just adhere to your shoes?
I'll
What are
kill
those?
myself.
No, they're like skateboard grip.
No,
Oh.
I will die.
Yeah, there's a skateboard grip. So they're like roller skates and skateboard had a baby, and they're kind of fun. I do those a little bit here and there, so that's kind of been my thing, my only like real outdoor thing with my boys, because my wife literally refuses to get my younger kids bikes because she's scared they're too fast, and they are. And so we just do razor scooters mostly right now until we get them full blown
Oh,
bikes.
man. They get the experience of slapping their shin with it, too.
Oh,
So, yep, that too. That
Anybody remember that pain? I do.
mhm.
Yeah. Last but not least, this is the most important question of all. Waffles or pancakes?
Ooh.
Waffles or pancakes? Silver, you're our guest. You go first.
I'm gonna say waffles. You get little pockets
Yep.
where all of your syrup or whatever you put on top of them, all the little pockets. When I was little, I used to cut them into little perfect squares and then just pop them in.
Ian?
Pancakes.
Pancakes.
I've been silent. We've been talking about this for a bit, and I've just been
Yeah,
silent.
we have.
Pancakes.
What? Why?
You
It's
stack
just a
them.
stack in a pool.
Stack them. Smother them in butter. Pour syrup all over them.
I will digress. If you
Bake
get really
bake
nice,
fruit
fluffy,
and stuff into them. I love pancakes.
Waffle, 100%.
waffles are easier to
100%.
make. You just throw them in the waffle iron. Call it a
Yeah.
day. You don't have to sit and watch the
Stack. I
pancake
can't
bubble in the
believe you.
pan and then bother flipping it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Ian's last week on the podcast for being completely and entirely
The
incorrect.
pancake incident of 2025.
Well, thanks everybody. We'll go over some of the stuff that we have coming up, and we'll be wrapping it up.
Well, wait, Lang, you didn't say yours.
I said waffles.
He said waffles.
Oh, he did. Okay.
I did.
Very briefly, but
Yeah, because I
I can
was still
appreciate a
angered over
fluffy
pancakes.
pancake. Ian. I can appreciate a fluffy
comparison.
pancake.
In Japan, it was so funny. The pancakes were like, both pancakes and waffles were all like
Tiny.
Itty bitty. Yeah, I had
Yeah,
like 6.
they're
and
better
I
at
knew
proportion
I
They're
felt
not
control over
American
there.
sized.
American. They're not diabetes size.
Right.
So as we're wrapping things up, we have a busy summer, guys. It's
Yeah, we
gonna be
do.
pretty busy. First off, coming at the end of June, there's going to be a live streaming event with the Plamo Weekender. I believe I said that right, or correct me if I didn't.
That sounds right.
It's going to be June 26th to the 29th. It is a fundraising event for Alzheimer's. Danzer and I are going to be streaming in that. So please, please, please watch out for links and hop on so we can get Dan to wear, cowboy boots and other paraphernalia. He's going to hate that I said that without him here to defend himself.
There's a plan now.
Yep. Then like barely a week after that, we have our 30-minute missions entries are due. The 30-minute mission contest is on our Discord. Go take a look. The rules are in it, as well as dates. You have to submit works in progress photos as well as final photos. It's a completely digital submission.
Yep.
After that, we're making a special side appearance, so to speak, where myself, Dan, and Ian are going to be up at SideFest in Kent, Washington on the 12th.
Yep.
Come check our stuff out. We're going to have some Gunpla stuff, mostly Transformer stuff, because that's how we roll. Then that's
2
on a
days
Saturday.
later.
I know. I'm
in
so
our
tired.
Discord, I will put up a proper event for SideFest Northwest once I talk
Nice.
with Dan more when he gets back from vacation.
Come find us. Come hang out. We'll come play with some folks or maybe go out to dinner or something.
Yeah.
We'll say hey. And then the 14th is our Gundam 00 trivia. All the prizes are in there. PG Exia with the Cosmo Lightning Kit, MG 7 Swords Clear, and a Transam, Exia and 00 HGs. That's on the 14th, excuse me.
And Ian and I are going to go head to head on that.
I'm so excited for it.
Yeah.
And I have
I want those HGs.
over 20 pages of notes, and I'm about a quarter of the way done with questions so far.
Oh my.
I'm scared.
So
20
I'm
pages
on
of
it.
notes, Ian. We're going to have to...
I'm legit. I'm super legit.
I haven't done any
I'm
notes
so
yet.
excited for the questions.
I only had 2 pages of notes for Gundam Wing.
Really?
I'm going to have to step it up.
Oh, yeah, you are. Anyways, that's on the 14th of July. We have officially...
Da-da-da-da.
We have our date set for our swap meet, MEAT. This is a potluck barbecue, big swap meet with games and just all day fun. This is going to be in Woodburn on the 9th of August. So watch for specifics on that one, but we have it set and we have the place reserved.
Yeah.
So we're going to get that
Do we
going.
want to say the place yet? I think we've got it locked in, right?
I believe so too, but I couldn't remember off the top of my
location
head.
Legion Park,
Thank you.
if I remember right.
Legion Park in Woodburn, Oregon.
Yep.
So if you're out of the state, I know it's a drive, but it's going to be really good deals. Just saying.
Price your kids to sell, folks.
Price your kids to sell or get rid of. That's what people do. Right, Ian?
And then everybody leaves
I'm
with
gonna
the
need
same
a- I'm
amount
gonna
of
need a whole
kits
picnic
they
table.
came in with because they swapped them.
Yeah, we
Yep.
did. And then last but not least, IPMS Oregon Jamboree on the 20th of September.
Yes.
So, Silver or Ian, anything else you guys have before we depart?
No, thanks for having me on again to spout about Zoid stuff and be the substitute teacher for Dan today.
Love it.
I have
Bathe
to
regularly.
report back. Bathe
But why?
regularly? Yeah, chinchilla man.
There's no point.
Chinchilla.
Thanks, everybody. Oh, gosh. Dang it. This is what Silver does to me all the time.
Oh no, did we have a sponsor?
Toxitron, that's me.
Toxic. All right, have a good one, everybody. See you next
Thanks,
time.
Jess.
Bye-bye.
All right,
Maybe.
later.
Bye.
End it.